had gone to see her speak here locally in Arizona. And if you signed up for compassion for a child, she was giving away this Bible study free. And I had been thinking about doing that anyway. Every concert, everything you go to, they have the compassion presentation. And but that kind of sealed the deal, because when I was called to write my story, I was in Isaiah, but we were dipping over into Esther. And a part of her story is in the introduction to my Healing Companion Guide, the workbook that comes with the second book. And so I was like, this is exciting. Well, a friend of mine had gone to the same conference and said, hey, my Bible study shuts down for the summer. Let's do this. You want to do it together? And so we decided to do it together. Anyway, in the beginning, as Lisa is walking through it, she says something that was so profound that I had not even thought about, and so paralleled my own story. So here's what she says. She talks about how they rounded up the young virgins for the king, right? And so we've all read the story. I laughed with my friend that I watched the Veggie Tales with my daughter with the peas, and they made it a beauty contest where everybody sang and the queen got picked. Well, the reality of what happened at that time when they got rounded up was that it was sex trafficking. It was human trafficking. They went and picked up these young virgins against their will, shoved them into the palace, and the king got, may have had one night with each of them, as the story wants to go, to decide his queen, but he still kept all of them in a harem where he did with them as he pleased. Now, we can make that sound all pretty, but it has never had occurred to me. I was floored, and I started bawling, because it meant even more that that's where the Lord had me start with writing my story. Because even though that is what happened to me, the sexual abuse and the abuse, he's able to use me for such a time as this, just like Queen Esther, for me to be some redemption for his people. That anybody, like, my story is going to go where he wants it to go, and it will not be thwarted. So if that means books, if that means a podcast, if that means retreats, it means whatever he asked me to do, I'm like, please let me just stay right here in this beautiful current. And there's a reason I adore water, and that it brings me peace everywhere I go. So it was startling for me, but it was so beautiful. And that is the kind of revelation the Lord has been giving me this whole year, frankly.
I love that so much. And it's the fact that he can take every little thing that ever happened in our lives and redeem it and restore it. It's mind blowing, really. Like
Right.
when you think about it, it's just like, and and I think when you live as long as we have, you get to really see that in real
Yeah.
time. You get to, like see that when you're walking with him and see that those, especially if you didn't walk with him for a while,
Right.
and you make a, when you don't walk with God, you make a mess of your life. And it, but he could take all that mess and he can turn it into something beautiful. He can take all that suffering, all that pain, and at the same time, he transforms us as he's healing us into that too,
Yeah.
into that. Because I love what you said in the book when you said, become what we were beautifully and wonderfully made to be. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm becoming the woman that I was always meant to be.